Hello, everyone. My name is Darren. This is my speech slash presentation on nonverbal communication for Los Angeles Pacific University, comm 105, public communication. When you present a speech, you are sending two kinds of messages. Your voice transmits a verbal message. A large amount of information is being conveyed by your appearance, your manner, and your physical behavior, such as posture, hand and head movements, body movements, and so on. This is Ralph Waldo Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, who was a prolific poet, essayist, and popular lecturer, who once said, "What you are speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say." And generally, what he means by that is, um, when you are speaking, people aren't judging; they are judging you. If they don't believe in you, they will not hear your message. What that means is you have to be believable when you are speaking. You have to present. You have to cast a believable you know your appearance and manner and posture. You have to look as believable as you sound. With body language, um, there's with body language including gestures, posture, head and hand movements, or whole body movements are also important. They can be used to reinforce what you're saying. So when you're giving a speech, you need to make sure that you're presenting body language that makes your audience feel welcome and comfortable, and they want to listen to you. So you have to stand up straight, shoulders back, pull your stomach in, put the weight on the balls of your feet, head level. Keep your feet about shoulder width apart. Standing tall, shoulders back, tells your audience that you are here, you are open, you are vulnerable. Here I am. Come at me. Kind of an idea. Um, Slouching, slightly turned away, arms crossed, tells your audience that you don't believe in what you were saying, or that you're being defensive. So posture is very important when you're speaking. So if you're just sitting here like this, then not people aren't they're gonna think one of two things. Either you're defensive, because I mean this alone looks like I'm not listening. I'm waiting for you to finish so I can speak, and that's not what you want. You want to be open and ready and present. Next, we have clothing or appearance. Clothing and appearance is important. Believe it or not, you have to dress the part. This will differ greatly on your topic and target audience. Someone wearing scrubs will instantly be more believable when giving a lecture about hypertension, high blood pressure, and this is than someone wearing jeans and a t-shirt. Just as well, someone wearing coveralls will be more believable than giving a speech on the importance of regular oil changes than someone wearing khakis and a tie. Unless they look like your dad, then you're going to listen to them because that's what he always wears. So very important. You have to dress for the occasion. Um, like I said, you have to dress. Try not to overdress. If you're giving a lecture to classmates, it may not be necessary to come in a three-piece suit with a briefcase. That's going to be like overdressed. Underdressed. Don't come in wearing. If you're going to be giving a presentation at work, don't come in wearing shorts and a t-shirt. It's that the idea. Wear. You have to have the appearance that you are expected. So be aware of your audience, your target audience, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of your speech when you are getting dressed beforehand. As you can see, I do a lot of talking with my hands. Gestures are purposeful body movements that can reinforce a message, thought, or emotion. Gestures can be done with just about any body part, but are mostly done with arms, hands. Be careful not to over or under gesture. This can look like This can look like a nervous tick or lack of connection to your topic. I'm guilty of this a lot. As you can see, I do a lot of hand movement, a lot of kind of back and forth. And this is mainly due to a nervousness that I have. Um, I've tried before, just like sticking my hands behind my back, but that doesn't work. Just try sticking my hands in my pockets. That doesn't work. I ended up doing, the whole chicken wing thing. So it really depends on you. I feel like if for me, I would have a lot more if I had like a podium in front of me and I was able to like put my hands on it, and then that kind of gives me something to do. But just be aware of gestures. You can use gestures because if you want to project an idea, you can use gestures to show that you are projecting the idea. If you are inviting them in, you can always show them that you are bring it in kind of a thing. So you really have to be careful. You really have to understand what your gestures are doing and how you can project them. Next, we have eye contact. Eye contact is just as important as everything else. Many people will tell you that the eyes speak volumes above most things. The type of eye contact you show um, can show if you are interested or not. It can show if you are nervous, excited, happy, or sad. With these, if you are rolling your eyes, closing your eyes, if you're just like kind of looking off and wandering, then that kind of tells them that you know you may not be interested or you're looking for something. Just be careful. Know your audience. Some cultures, when you look someone in the eye, you're showing that you are sincere and honest, true, real. And in other cultures, it's a form of aggression or rude. So you really have to know your audience, who's in your audience, who you're looking at, and so you can determine what kind of eye contact you will be doing. And the best way through this is don't look through your audience, look at them, scan your audience, look at somebody when you're speaking, back and forth, up and down, but be careful not to scan back and forth, because then it's going to look like you're telling yourself no while you're giving your speech, and you don't really want to do that. That's not going to be good for you or your audience, because then they're going to get lost in your head movement. um, next is next is tone. Tone is the volume, speed, and pitch of your voice. It can say a lot about you and your message. The old adage, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, really comes into play here, because it's not always about how, because tone can't always be perceived. Tone is there. Tone is, you hear it. If someone is loud and aggressive, you can feel it, you can see it. If someone is very monotone and blah, then you can feel that too, and you'll end up drowning out and you won't hear the message. If someone has a speed really fast or really high pitched, you're going to just be annoyed because you either can't follow, because you can't hear, or something like that. So you really have to be careful with your tone. So when you do speak, it's try not to drown out. Slow, steady, and deliberate. You need to enunciate your words. You need to speak. So that should help work. Da, 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 da. And that is my presentation, my speech. The credits I will give for this, I got from skillsyouneed.com about body language and attitudes of a person, lardbucket.org, and premier communication, types of nonverbal communication, and of course toastmasters.com, Toastmasters International, which has a huge nonprofit doing kind of what we're doing here. They kind of help each other give speeches and speak. Right, so thank you very much. Have a great day. Are we going to